Hey guys, welcome back to Rides for Days. Now in this video, or if you remember in the last video that we did, we discussed the virtues of a few different seats. We spoke about the stock Harley Davidson seat, and while it was good quality, after 200 or 300 Ks on it, the comfort wasn't there. So in terms of long haul mileage, it's just not really cutting the mustard. We spoke about the Saddlemen LS dual seat and how fantastic that I have found that for long haul riding, and I've done many trips on it where I've been doing 700-800 kilometers a day, and I could honestly tell you that I got to the other end each time and I wasn't hobbling around in pain. We also spoke about the Airhawk seat and how the Airhawk seat can boost comfort, because no matter how comfortable your seat is, after 700 or 800 Ks, you tend to be in physical pain from riding all day, and whatever help you can get to alleviate that pain is always a good thing. And the Airhawk seat, I found when I did my last trip, by just sort of slotting that Airhawk seat in the lower part of my back, in behind my LS dual seat, the back of it, I could honestly push on. When I got, after 800 kilometers, I could quite genuinely, if it wasn't the fact that daylight was beating me, I could get back on the bike and punch out another 100, even 200 Ks, purely because the combined comfort of the LS dual seat and the Airhawk seat together was an absolute match made in heaven. But as you'll have seen by the thumbnail in this video, we are today looking at another seat. And this is the Mustang standard touring seat, and it's suitable for a lowrider and also a sport glide. Now, this is purely going to be a first impressions video of this seat. We're going to go down, we're going to install it onto the sport glide, and then we're going to go for a bit of a ride, and I'm going to give you my overall first impressions. Now, this seat was purchased on a website in America. I'll find the details of where Martin, a man of mine who owns this seat, where he bought this seat, and I'll also let you know that cost him, I think it was $1,100 Australian. But taking a look at this seat, it actually, it's very different to the LS dual seat from Saddlemen, in the sense that just its overall shape seems a little bit wider through the back section here. It's a bit more like a bucket seat, I suppose you might want to call it. It's got a nice crease through the back, so it does seem to have nice lumbar support just by itself. Now, this seat is available to purchase with a back seat for a pillion. It doesn't come with it necessarily, it's a separate purchase. And also, I believe the $1,100 that Martin paid for this seat, it was for the seat itself and for this backrest that it came with, this driver backrest. So I would imagine that separately this would be a bit cheaper. I think this is like $400 and this was $700 separately. But I will find out exactly the right details and I'll pop them up on the screen there before you now. So yeah. So in comparison to the Saddlemen dual seat, and I'm going to have to keep drawing comparisons to that because that's really the only other seat that I know well other than the stock seat for the Harley. This is really soft. So the Saddlemen seat was hard and firm, and after a couple of thousand Ks it became really comfortable, but not in a sinking into your sofa type softness. Whereas this seat, straight away from just feeling it for the last sort of 10 minutes before I even turn the camera on, it's really soft and it's really plush, and you feel like you're going to sink into it. That's what you feel like. It's really soft, and it's got that feeling of luxury that I don't get off the Saddlemen. I get comfort off the Saddlemen, which at the end of the day is what I'm after, but I don't get luxury. I don't get that luxury feeling, and I'm getting that off this. Also, I haven't seen the passenger seat that goes with this, but I like the look of this straight up because it's low profile. So I know that when it's going to sit on the bike, it's going to be low profile. If you've watched any of my Saddlemen seat review videos, you'll know that I was a bit pissed off about the height of the back seat, because it's a real thick pad, which would be great for a pillion. And at the end of the day, that's what it's designed for. But I found the photo at Rolly's Speed Shop did not accurately represent what the actual seat looked like. And when I got it, I didn't quite like the look of it. Now I've got a luggage rack that butts up to the back of that, and it doesn't look too bad. But this, I like the look of it straight up. It's a nice looking design. It feels kind of funky and modern, and it just looks really good. And of course it's black, and I like black. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot to say about it. All right, now this rider backrest, which I really like, and just like the barber's chair in my barber shop, this just slips in and out the back of it. It's a bit awkward straight up. You've got to get the angle of it right. So that's it. So that's what it looks like with the driver's backrest. Now I really like this because if you take note of this bolt here, this backrest is actually adjustable. So if we screw out like that, you can actually adjust that back. So if you're quite a tall, long-legged person, you can actually push that backrest right back. And then if you're short like me, push it forward, and then you just bring that bolt all the way in fully. If you wanted to, straighten it up like that, and then this adjusts out straight, and then you've got that back support. So I really like that. I think it's functional. It's not style over substance. It's obviously clearly serving a purpose, but it's also doing it in quite a nice, sort of attractive, stylish way, if you will. Yeah, I just, first impressions, and that's, once again, like this is all this is going to be, is a first impressions video of this Mustang standard touring seat. I'm going to take it for a 30 or 40 kilometer ride just now, and you're going to come with me. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to have a little bit of a final analysis on my thoughts on the seat. But first impressions right now is that I really like the look of it. I love the functionality of this backrest, but I also like the look of it as well. And I really like the way this is so simply adjustable at the back here. It's such a simple way of adjusting something, but it can't fail. It's just really good. And it allows for longer-legged and or shorter right-legged riders to enjoy that back support, so that's really good. All right, I think that's enough jabbering on. I think we should go down to the Sport Glide and, yeah, let's install it on the bike. Okay, here's the Sport Glide in all its glory, with the Saddlemen seat on that we're all very familiar with. All right, let's just get this seat off, and then let's start getting the other seat on. Right, well that's just it, sitting roughly in there. And I do not mind the look of it at all. It looks pretty cool, I reckon. Okay, so there's something that we need to talk about in terms of getting this on. Give us one sec. So you're going to need to, there's two holes that you're going to find underneath the seat for your Sport Glide. I don't know about the lowrider, whether it's the same or not, but with the Sport Glide, this is definitely the case. So this is the screw hole to lock in your stock Harley-Davidson seat, the back part of it, or the backrest, the pillion passenger section of the seat, or the back of the LS dual seat as well. So this is the back of the seat. But because this is a single seat or a solo seat, so it's a bobber style, it's not a double seat, that's an optional extra, you have to bolt it into this section of the fender. But so there's two holes, but this is not the correct hole for it. This is the one. So you've got to get this thread out of here and replace it into this hole. So very simple. There's a circlip right there. That circlip comes out. Get the thread out. Pop it into that. Put the circlip back in. and then you're done. Martin was giving me a tip earlier today. He said to get a cable tie and put the cable tie through the hole so that when you push that bolt or that threaded thing out of there, it won't drop on the floor. And then you can try to just get it back into that one. It's just to try and make it less fiddly. Anyway, let's give it a go and see how we go. Oops, I didn't take my own advice. I just should have put the bloody... hang on. So that's what it looks like. So it just pokes through from the underside of the rear fender, and that's what you screw the bolt for the seat into, and that's just a circlip that goes around it just to stop it from falling back out. So let's get that into this hole. And there's a little notch that should line up. I'll show you in a second. And that notch lines up with the hole. So make sure you just line up that little threaded part with that notch. All dead easy, guys. And you just push the circlip back in. And that's it. Get the bloody thing out of there. So that was it, guys. Just got to put that bolt in there, and you'll notice that there's a little notch on it there. You just got to line it up with the hole. As you can see, there's a little notch in the hole there. Just got to line the notch up in the bolt with the notch in the hole. All right, done. Let's get the seat on. Sorry, the microphone died on me. So I was just saying, before my external microphone died and friggin' made this a lot harder work than it needed to be, I was just saying how comfortable this seat feels to sit on for the very first time. And you know, I've only been sitting on this thing for a minute or two, and it instantly feels like I'm sitting on a luxury seat, like a sofa or a lounge. It just feels really soft and plush. How it's going to be after 2,000 or 3,000 or 5,000 Ks, I have no idea. I can only give you my first impression of it. But I tell you, from the first impression of sitting on it, it's very comfortable. I love this driver backrest. Honestly, Mustang couldn't have put it in a better spot. It's right in the lower part of my back, and it feels really supportive. What else I love about it is this. This bolt at the back can be adjusted out and in. When you adjust it out, it lengthens the backrest further back so you can stretch out more. So if you've been on a 500 kilometer ride and you've got 200 Ks left to go, and sometimes if it's up like this, you might feel a little bit hunched in, you might want to stretch out. So on the fly, while you're riding, you just loosen back, you back that bolt off to about, you know, halfway or 2/3 or a little bit at a time until you get it right. And then push that back, and then stretch yourself right out. Might be just a ticket, you know, for that, just to get you to move position and move around and just change and get comfortable again. And then if you want to, you can move the backrest back more towards you again. You can be a bit more supportive by pushing it forward, and then just push the bolt back in like that. And there you go. And you can do all that on the fly. It's really, really good. I don't think it, I can't really fault the seat from its first impression. I like the look, I like the feel, and I like the functionality of it. And it certainly seems that Mustang haven't sacrificed style for substance. They seem to have got a nice balance of both. The only thing that I would pick at it, if I had to pick anything, would be the fact that this seat is like a grey colour. It didn't feel grey looking at it upstairs, but when I put it on the side, on the bike against the black tank, it's definitely like a grey colour, and I like it a little bit darker. But other than that, I can't fault it, and that's just a minor thing. That's not really that important. But comfort, absolutely love it. Backrest functionality, it's perfect. The style of it, yeah, it's so far for me, it's ticking all the boxes. I'm not getting paid by Mustang to say that. I don't even own the seat. I'm giving it back to Martin when I finish this review. Just from my honest opinion of this seat so far is that it is really nice, really functional, and it looks really good. So I really like it. So that's good. But okay, I think now, Robert, let's just go for a ride and see how it feels after 50 Ks.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. And I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down.
Alright guys, we'll just go back from that little ride. I did about 30, maybe 40 Ks. So not a lot, but enough to know how the seat feels. And I love the look of it. I love the feel of it. I love the style of it. Yeah, it just ticked all the boxes for me. It sits a lot better on the bike than my seat does. The Saddleman seat, as I've said many times before, just sits a bit high up here, whereas this sits nice and quietly and it goes nicely with the lines of the bike. The only thing is that it's a bit of a lighter sort of greyish colour. I would have liked a darker black colour. I felt that would have been better, but other than that, that's it's a small thing to complain about. So you know what? If I had a choice right now between my Saddleman LS dual seat and this Mustang touring seat, I would take the Mustang touring seat every day of the week. Why? Because beautiful back comfort here, adjustable up and down, and in this lowest setting it's just perfect for me. Beautiful and soft. Whether or not it's still soft after 5,000 kilometers or whatever is yet to be seen, but on the face of it, lovely and soft, and I love the look of it. The Saddleman seat, very, very comfortable, but I just don't like the look of the back. And I think that this seat will provide adequate comfort for long haul Ks in just the same way as the Saddleman seat would. So for me, on the basis of what I've seen so far, the Mustang seat is a winner over the Saddleman seat, but I'm going to give this seat back to Martin this afternoon, and as he rides it, he's going to let me know whether or not, you know, it's standing up to longevity and long-term use. But that's it, guys. That's my first impressions of the Mustang Solo touring seat, the standard touring seat for the Sportlet and the Lowrider. If you like this video, love it if you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're liking the videos that I'm putting out. And as always love your comments and your feedback, and I look forward to hearing your comments and reading your comments on this particular video as well. Alright, thanks guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.